Ralph Fiennes' 2011 film Cornelius is one of the lesser-known Shakespeare adaptations, but that doesn't make it any less powerful. Fiennes not only directs, but also stars in this modern reinterpretation about Shakespeare's tragedy about pride, politics, and betrayal. Filmed in gritty urban landscapes of post-war Siberia, the film relocates the story of ancient Rome into a complementary setting, giving it the feel of a worn-torn nation on the brink of collapse. The film features Gunnar Butler, Vanessa Redgrave, and Jessica Christen. Fiennes' directorial concept was to bring Shakespeare's text into the modern world, while retaining the original language, by grounding it in the realism of complementary politics and military struggle.
Parted hence, but still subsisting under your great command. We have made peace with no less honor to the Volscians than shame to the Romans.
Tell the traitor in the highest degree he hath abused your powers.
Traitor? How now?
Aye. Traitor Marcius.
Marcius?
Aye. Marcius. Gaius. Marcius.
The defining features of this version are its documentary-style filming, news broadcast framing devices, and non-stop materialistic tone. Perhaps the strongest contribution this adaptation makes is its ability to demonstrate just how relevant Cornelius remains. Shakespeare's exploration of political manipulation, public perception, and Arthurian pride is deeply resonant in a world of televised warfare and political spectacle. By keeping Shakespeare's dialogue but setting the story in a modern world, Fiennes highlights the timelessness of these themes. The Senate is now a press conference. The war with the Volscians becomes a televised urban conflict. Cornelius' refusal to show his wounds to the plebeians, a key plot point, takes on a new meaning when the stage becomes the media, and the people demand not only blood, but public display. This choice raises questions. What does leadership look like in a media-driven society? What does heroism mean when it's broadcasted and not earned? Fiennes' film answers by showing how Cornelius' stoic pride becomes a fatal flaw in a world that demands transparency.
The honored gods keep Rome in safety, and the chairs of justice supplied with worthy men. Plant love among us. Throng our large temples with the shows of peace, and not our streets with war.
Amen. Amen.
A noble wish.
Shall I be charged no further than this present? Must all determine here?
I do demand if you submit you to the people's voices.
I am content.
Lo, citizens, he says he is content. The warlike service he has done. Consider. Think upon the wounds his body bears, which show like graves in the holy churchyard.
Scratches with briars, scars to move laughter only.
Consider further that when he speaks not like a citizen, you find him like a soldier. Do not take his rougher accents for malicious sounds, but as I say, such as become a soldier.
What is the matter, that being passed for consul with full voice, I am so dishonored that the very hour you take it off again?
We charge you that you have contrived to take from Rome all sees and office, and to wind yourself into a power tyrannical, for which you are a traitor to the people.
Traitor.
Temperately, your promise.
The fires in the lowest hell fold in the people. Call me their traitor, thou injurious tribune.
Mark you this, people?
Since he hath served well for Rome.
What do you prate of service?
I talk of that night.
You!
Is this the promise you made your mother?
The defining moment I chose is the scene where Cornelius is urged by Melanius and Volumna to show his scars to the public and plead for their votes. In Shakespeare's original text, it is held that valor is the chiefest virtue and most dignifies the haver, but Cornelius refuses, saying, I rather would be their servant in my way than sway with them in theirs. In the film, this dialogue is delivered over a televised political rally. With microphones in front of Cornelius, his refusal becomes a public political disaster rather than just a private flaw. The visual of Cornelius stiffly standing before a crowd, silent against towering screens of media coverage, is one of the film's most striking images. I believe this scene perfectly reflects Ralph Finn's core intention to show that the tragedy of Cornelius lies not just in war, but in the war between the self and the public, between integrity and compromise. Finn's Cornelius is a soldier who speaks through action, not showsmanship. The contrast between Shakespeare's language and the complementary political setting emphasizes this tension. By retaining the original Shakespeare lines, Fennens insists that the problem isn't old language, it's old patterns, populism, propaganda, and power struggles. In this moment, the political advisors beg Cornelius to humble himself for the crowd, a humbling he finds beneath him. This refusal costs him dearly. The journalists' cameras and microphones, all inventions of modern politics, serve to expose Cornelius's pride not just to the plebeians, but to us, the viewers. The new context enriches Shakespeare's text by making us question how much leadership is genuine and how much is performance. Ralph Finn's Cornelius proves that Shakespeare's most obscure works can still strike a nerve in the modern world by adhering faithfully to the original, yet reimagining the setting. The film illuminates how public image, military valor, and political manipulation are as deadly today as they were in ancient Rome. Its greatest strength lies in revealing the tragedy of not just one man, but of a society trapped between authority and populism.